guys, welcome to Souls No Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This is going to be your daily divination for whenever it is that you are tuning into the channel. Welcome, I hope you're all doing well. Right, we've switched up the decks. We are now using the Soul's Journey lesson cards by James Prague. I think that's how you say it. I don't know, but these are the cards that we're using for the next 7 readings. So let's get a message for the collective. Oh, if I can get my words out. Message for the collective, please, Spirit. Wow, and we have courage. Courage, courage, courage. Right, let's have a look. And these are bits all over this desk from these cards. Right, it says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And I'm tempted. Let me do it. I see, I'm tempted. Oh my God, to look at the bottom of the deck. Why? We have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. So it's like you're having the courage, as it says there, to face something. You're facing your fears. You're facing this worry. You're facing the next phase or stage of your life with courage. And it almost feels as though you're alleviating, as it says there, the need for you to worry. You're understanding that worrying isn't going to change anything. Now, this courage energy that's at the first main card out, to me, I'm getting like action. So it almost feels like you alleviate fear, or you face your fears by taking action. You do the thing that you're fearful of doing. Instead of worrying about it, it's like you're actually taking action. You're taking the steps to face whatever it has been that's been worrying you, or whatever it is that your fears are. It's like you're standing up to them, you're facing them, and that's going to help you to alleviate the unnecessary worry, because you've come to that understanding that that's not going to change anything. You know, you're still going to be left with the thing, or whatever it is, that you're fearful of, or the action that you still need to take. So it's like you're just bypassing it, you're facing it, and then you're allowed to move forward from it. Beautiful energy. Right, let's get some charms. I don't want all of those. Wow, 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 wow. We've got the eye chart, Tree of Life. I think it goes that way. Sword of Truth, Angel Wing. Well, I think it's a wing, or is it a feather? I'm going to say it's a wing. Angel Wings. We have a cupcake, a measuring tape, a star, helicopter, and I love knitting. I think that's everything. Oh no, and a ladybird down there as well. Right, okay, let me just get a drink of water, guys. It's like I spend all day talking while having a 2.5-year-old. All I do all day is talk. So when it comes to sitting down to doing these readings, it's like I've always got already like a frog in my throat. So, as I was saying about recognising what it is that you need to face, we've got this vision chart. So that to me is about clear vision. And if you haven't got clear vision, it's working out what's stopping you or what's blocking you from seeing the circumstances that you're stood in clearly. Now, I've got the Sword of Truth, so that's clarity. That is what is going to provide you with the clear vision. It's truth. So whether this is you speaking the truth to yourself, you know, taking that blindfold off, no longer allowing yourself to be in denial about what action it is that you need to take, or what it is that you need to face in your life. It's like cutting through any illusions, cutting through any, like I say, irrational fears that have been holding you back, and seeing things from a higher perspective with this helicopter. So it's like you have clear sight now, or you're being granted the energy of clear sight, as long as you have courage to see what it is that you may have not been wanting to see. A lot of the time, we live in an energy of denial, because it's like we don't want to face up to the truth of the matter. We don't want to see things clearly, because in doing so, like I say, it requires us to take some kind of action. It requires us to move in a new direction once we know the truth, or once we see the truth of ourselves or of a situation. So it very well could be this kind of energy that you're in at the moment. Now, we've got this angel wing, and that to me is always like your intuition or guidance that's coming through from a higher source or a higher plane, universal energy, higher consciousness. So it may be that it's that energy, that 5D energy, through downloads, through synchronicities, through actual messages or your dream space, that is providing you with the clarity at the moment so that you can see something in your life clearly. Now, it's next to this tree of life. So trees to me, like I say, are always family, they're always roots, they're always ancestry. You could be recognising some sort of karmic cycle or karmic pattern that, you know, you've been in. I can't help but notice this geometrical burst of, it reminds me of like of a sunflower in some way, that's coming from this card. So, like I say, it could be roots, it could be family. It doesn't have to be exclusively that, but I'm definitely picking up that energy of the tree of life, that whatever it is that you face here, with the strength that you have, is going to see you kind of step onto a new timeline or be able to access a new experience in some way. It's going to stop you going round and round on that karmic loop. Then we have the cupcake, the measuring tape, the star, the ladybird, and the I love knitting. So I want to go with the star next because that's what I was talking about. It almost feels as though you're on the right path, no matter what it is that you are about to face or whatever it is that you have faced. It's like this is exactly where you're meant to be. That's what the star alludes to. Again, it took the star card in the traditional tarot, speaks about having an inner strength. And it's that inner strength that you are being called upon that's going to help you to face this fear, or to give you the courage to take whatever steps are next or necessary for you on your life path. Now, I also want to talk about this ladybird, because to me, a ladybird is an energy of luck. So luck is being on your side at the moment, or whatever it is, the clarity that you're gaining, the downloads, the insight that you're getting at the moment is going to provide you with information that's going to sort of, it may appear as though you're lucky, but I don't believe in luck. We make our own luck. Luck to me is when, what's the saying? Like preparedness and opportunity meet. So it's like, they say like, you know, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. And that to me is the energy of luck. If you're always prepared to take an opportunity, if your life is, you know, set up in a certain way that you can embrace new things to come in, to other people it always looks as though you're lucky, but they don't see the work that's going on in the background, the fears that you face, the obstacles that you've cleared on your path, so that when these opportunities present themselves, you can embrace them wholeheartedly. You're not then scrambling around like going, oh shit, I need to clear that out, or I need to deal with that. You've already done the groundwork, so to speak. And saying that, I just love it how they all flow together sometimes. The ladybird, to me, in terms of the colouring on a ladybird, it's red and black. And that links back to our root chakra. So that is our feeling of safety and security. So whatever this is that you're required to face with courage at the moment is going to help you feel so much more grounded within yourself. It's like when we face our fears, we face the thing that we fear the most, we can't help but, once we've done it, you know, we can't help but sort of grow in character from an experience like that. Like the last year has seen me have to face up to a lot of things that I didn't want to face, that I was in denial about for years. And it helped me to close out a karmic cycle that I was in, you know, personally. And it was having the courage to face that. Having the courage to know that you are bigger than, you know, your fears. I can't remember the name of that book. Is it, I don't know who writes it, but there's a book called Feel the Fear But Do It Anyway. Well, that's kind of the essence of this message. That's the essence of this message. It's like, it's going to be scary. You're going to feel outside of your comfort zone, or things are going to feel outside of your control. But when you face that fear, that's when the blessings come in. Because the universe, God, spirit, source, whatever the name you attach to that, will always put your blessings in the place where you least want to look for them. Because it would be too easy to put your blessings, you know, right there, so you barely have to stretch to get them. Your blessings are in the places where you are fearful to go, where you're fearful to look, because they provide the maximum growth and expansion from you. And it's only when you look at those things and you face those things that you then have the understanding that you are deserving and worthy of whatever it is that you want, if that makes any sense. Because we're all worthy and deserving just for being born. We shouldn't have to do anything to feel a sense of worth. But oftentimes, the experience that we live as humans chips away at our worth and value. So we have to find a way to get our worth and value back. And it is by facing the things that make you feel small, facing the things that have held you back. And that's where you get your worth and your value from. And like I say, and then the blessings flow in. The blessings flow in. And we've got a measuring tape. So that to me is like basically just measuring, you know, where you've been to where you want to go, where you are now to where it is that, you know, your future point of expansion is going to be. So you may be doing a lot of self-assessment, personal development, like I say, recognising the growth that you have made up until this point, but also seeing where you can stretch yourself, what else you need to grow into. Because like I said about the blessings, that's what this cupcake energy is for me. It's just you allowing yourself to go after the sweetness of life, the things that fulfill you, the things that you desire, the things that make you happy, the things that bring joy and positivity and a feeling of warmth and, you know, fuzziness, it sounds so cliche, to your life. And when you face your fears and you find your inner strength, all of that is accessible to you. That was beautiful. Right, and that star doesn't want to go. So let's talk more about that. So this path that you're on, like I say, is a healing, well, every path, I think that every path that we're bloody on is a healing path or a healing journey. But this is the new opportunities. This is, like I say, the blessing. It's you wishing upon a star. But for you to be able to reach out and grab that, there's some fear, like I say, that you've got to face, which allows you to step into your confidence. Right, let's get some letters. I like this deck too. If I can just sort of riff off one card and a couple of charms, it's like it just cements it for me. And these dailies aren't going to always take this form. I've just found that it's a really, really nice way for me to develop my spiritual gifts, my psychic skills, if you want to call them that, outside of the traditional tarot. But I do have every intention of going back to doing tarot readings, definitely incorporating more oracle cards in that. But yeah, I was going to say, but I don't know when that's going to happen, and I don't know what I want the focus of the channel to be, but, you know, stay tuned. It will all be unveiled in time. So what I'm getting from these letters, I haven't said them all, IETWLMYA. So what I'm getting is my way, MYWAY, we reuse the Y. And that's what I mean about the path that you're on is the path that you're meant to be on. Exactly where you're stood right now is leading you to exactly where it is that the universe, your destiny, is calling you to be. It's like you may not see the full picture of that, but don't be deterred. Like I say, if you're stood in somewhere that you feel as though it is the wrong place, or a situation that is calling you to face your fears, to face your shadow, because all of it is pointing you in the direction that you're supposed to be, and there is no supposed to be, because there's no wrong path. It all leads you to where you're meant to be ultimately, but it feels as though you're stood exactly where you need to be at the moment for you to get the maximum experience out of the life that you're currently living. Right, let's read this from the book. Courage. Is it numbered? No, there's no numbers. Let's pray that these are in alphabetical order, and they are, which makes life so much easier. Okay. Courage. Okay. Brand new book. Let's tip this out then. It says, you need to remind yourself that part of the challenge of being a soul is learning to honour your own power. By listening to your inner voice and following its advice, you are acknowledging the perfection of your intuition. And that's exactly what I've just said about getting that higher perspective, receiving downloads, tuning into the synchronicities that are going on around you, you know, interpreting your dream state. All of that is your intuition, and it's leading you to where it is you're meant to be. It says, fear is only an illusion, and obstacles are great opportunities for you to demonstrate that coming from a place of love will conquer all of fear's disguises. Perhaps you are changing career paths or entering or exiting a relationship. The test has been put before you because it is an opportunity to prove yourself, to prove to yourself that you and only you can make the correct decision. By not taking that step forward, you may find yourself 2 steps back, only to face that same obstacle again. And that's exactly what I was alluding to about there is no right decision, there is no wrong decision, there is no right or wrong path. It all will lead you to the same place. You'll just get a different set of people, a different set of circumstances that will play out in exactly the same way to put you right bang smack in front of the same obstacle that you avoided at a previous point in time. So when you understand that, it makes it a lot easier to understand what it is that you need to do to overcome that obstacle, because you're not going to get away with never facing it. So it's like the choice is yours, basically. That was beautiful, and it spoke a lot about, in that description, about you stepping into your power. And that's exactly what I mean. It's like when you face your fear, innately you feel good about yourself. You're proud of yourself. And like I say, that gives you more value, that gives you more self-esteem. So that ultimately, unfortunately, is what life is all about for us to learn through these difficult and worrisome and trying times. Right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Actually, let's grab one of these. Ouch, that was my elbow. Did you hear that click? Any more messages for the collective? That felt short and sweet, so let's grab one of these. Any more messages for the collective? Any closing messages? There we go. For the collective. Whoa. A girl in the right shoes can conquer the world. So yeah, whatever is going to give you a sense of feeling good and confident as you face whatever this is, you know, get your hair done, like I say, buy a nice pair of shoes, even have some sexy undies for nobody else's consumption but your own. It's going to make you feel powerful. It's going to make you feel good as you face whatever it is that you're required to face to unlock the next stage or phase of your life. Right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.